Welcome to the function. It's Iman, the Polymath. Welcome, it's Iman, the Polymath, and let's jump right. So as you can see on my screen, we've got a flyer from one of my mentors in math and education, Amber Harris. So she created this flyer. Are you based out in Detroit? And she's an educator. And she said, girl, what's wrong with you? Why don't you have a flyer up? And I was like, I don't know, hesitate. Sent me her flyer, and I was like, okay, bet. So I jumped straight into chat as well as Nano Banana in Gemini, and I said I needed a flyer. This is my prompt. It's on the screen. I'm going to give it an example of her flyer as well as my red. Chat already knows who I am, as you can see from the side. So it gave me an outline and asked me some questions. I always tell it to ask me some questions. I also gave it information about my website. So it asked me a couple questions about the format, such and such. I clarified, right? I clarified all the information. This is about Algebra 1. What am I going to be teaching? Algebra 1, pre-algebra, Regents Prep. I'm in New York, right? What am I going to offer? Is this in person? Is this virtual? All these questions. Went through all of that real quick. It created the outline. But then, my thinking cap is always on. I have been in Claude heavy. I swear to God, I'm only in chat because you know what's been going on this week. The past 2 weeks have been crazy. So I'm slowly transitioning, but within chat and Gemini, actually what I did was with this first prompt, I took this first prompt and I took it straight into Gemini, and let me show you what that looks like. All right, so I went into Gemini, I gave it my beautiful headshot that I took at KnowledgeCon. Shout out to Amin Ra. That event was amazing. And I gave it the complete layout. So everything that I got in chat. And what did it do? Did it ask me a question? I think so. I said yes. And every time I do this with Gemini and anything, I give it my picture again because it tends to get messed up. So just make sure you give it. And this is the flyer that I came out with. Y'all, let me put this on full screen. You see this? This is amazing. This is a flyer. Of course, I have some things to clarify because it did mix up some of the content between me and Amber. But that's no problem. I can fix this, right? And I know you're wondering, how can I fix it? Am I going to prompt it? Because prompting within an image already generated can distort it later on. So right now, this looks just like the original headshot. If you try to prompt too many times, it kind of gets distorted. So I don't recommend it. I always recommend opening up another chat, especially a real life image of some person don't want distorted. So that was it, right? After that, I took that in a couple different versions of the flyer, and I headed on over into Canva. Now, when Canva, I swear Canva be playing with us. They drop things and it's just amazing. So Canva dropped Magic Layers. I just saw it today, and I know I was in Canva yesterday. I did not see this last, but maybe it was out. I just got it, and I know about layers, right? Canva already has layers. Now this is what it says. This is turn flat designs into editable layout. And if you're working with AI generated images, you're coming out with flat design. How do we edit this? This is helpful. This literally helped me since I opened it in the last hour on another project for another client. So shout out to Canva for dropping Magic Layers. So I uploaded those images into my Canva, and here they are. Now this third one was made with chat. They just never get the images right, but these two were made in Nano Banana, so I highly recommend Nano Banana, right? This one was amazing because it even changed my outfit. Like, now if you look, I'm hovering over this stuff. That didn't happen when I first uploaded it. These were flat images. How did I upload all of this and get it to pop out? So here is the one that was created in the other girl, and it's flat, right? It's flat. I can't do anything. What I'm going to do is set it at the background image. I always just do that. And then I'm going to click it and go into edit. So go into edit and scroll down in Magic Studio. Wait, where is she? Where is she? She was just here before. Okay, we learned something in this moment. If it is attached to the background, it doesn't come up. Look, see how I use my teacher skills? I didn't freak out. I figured it out. If you detach from the background, you can't. So, okay, pay attention. It's important to watch the whole video. So I got it. Instead of attaching, stretch it to fit. And that QR code is not real, so don't worry about that. Magic Layers, and it's going to pull out. Now, I haven't tested it on this one yet, but let's see how it's. Now, it is taking a minute, but it is a lot of layers, right? So if we review the layers that we see, there is the image of me, there is the background, I'm not touching anything yet. There are the word, there's the background, and then there's the purple, right? Then there's these backgrounds over here where the tech, let's see how we have this. We have the purple. Now for the background and the gradient, it stayed all together, so I like that. It picked up this as a separate layer. This is the purple separate. This is some slop I don't want, so I'm just gonna that. Wow. Now I can edit this, because was I gonna edit that in over there? No. I don't know what it did to this version of me, but either way, I don't like her because that don't look like me. Go grab me from one of the other ones and drop her in. Bada boom, bada bang. Position the back. Oh no, not all the way to the back. All right, yada yada yada. I literally have like one thing to edit. That scan to schedule. Now what are we gonna do? We're gonna DM for email. Look, the flyer is done. And actually, that color doesn't work over there, so I'm gonna use this one. It up. Boom. Let me edit this. Helping students rebuild confidence in math, period, poo. That's what I'm on. Algebra. Okay, so it's algebra. Slide this over. And who doesn't love editing their stuff themselves? Like, it's actually much easier. It really cut off this top part. That position. Now I slightly big. I'm done. Seriously, that's it. Would you try Canva Magic? Let me know.